And we are now here. We are back with another Forlorn Classics episode. The first Forlorn Classics in 2024, the new year. And today we're going to be starting this new episode off with a game that I feel like a lot of people played back then, but nowadays doesn't get talked about a lot, which is exactly why it fits into this series. We're simply talking about drag racing, not real life drag racing, the mobile game, the one by, the creative mobile people. But anyways, without further ado, let's not waste any more time. Let's get straight into this Forlorn classic, drag racing. This game was first released back in 2011 and has since then gained a ton of updates, but I don't think this game really gets that updated anymore, besides from its aesthetic and stuff, and its original logo per se. It had pretty much just the standard look before then changing to the look where it has the red drag logo and just white racing below it. But now let's talk about the actual game itself. This is a pretty standard racing game where you have a ton of cars in your car list, variants from various brands like Ford, Chevy, Volkswagen, Bugatti, Hennessy, Dodge, and many more. BMW, yeah, all that stuff. Mazda, yeah, okay, I keep saying that, yeah. But anyways, thanks to this huge car list, there's a ton of variety of different vehicles you can use, and it's not the problem where there are too many cars. In fact, I would say this is a pretty decent car list per se, because there are plenty of pretty interesting standouts, like that old fire truck at the beginning where it is stage 1 car where you start off really slow but slowly progress your way to faster cars. And that's another thing about this game that I like. The progression here is actually pretty well done, because you slowly progress to faster cars after you work your way with the slower vehicles. And that's pretty cool and safe progression per se, and I really like that about racing games, or just games in general per se. They truly test out your skill to see if you're truly worthy enough to complete the game. And yeah, and as for really everything else when it comes to the gameplay, the drag racing is pretty simple. All you have to do is wait till your meter or your speedometer gets to the green part, and then you tap the shift button, which is basically just tapping the screen on the shift button, and then you get a perfect shift. But if you over rev for say, you don't hit the speedometer quick enough to the green part, then you get an over rev and your car moves slower. And also, when you're starting out a race, you just possibly pretty much have to remain your speedometer on the green part, because otherwise you won't get a good start and your opponent will just outspeed you and they'll beat you eventually. But if you do this correctly, then you can eventually just outspeed them themselves and get a good start. But there are some problems with this. Not really with the game itself, but still. You eventually just have to upgrade your car, of course, because as soon as you progress throughout the game, the other opponents will eventually start to have faster, just better cars than you. So if you want to progress, you're going to have to upgrade. And the upgrading system is pretty alright, because, there are standard coins. But what I don't really like is the reputation system. I mean, I get what they're trying to do here. It's reputation is just your reputation is getting better, of course, as you progress throughout this kind of mini story throughout the game here, as you're becoming a better drag racer. But you could have just another way to get more rep, actually redoing the races, and you could still earn a rep that way. But no, you actually can't earn a rep anymore. So that could be a pretty big disadvantage there. You can also customize your car with different paint jobs and, different decals and stuff. But I would have liked to see this customization part extended more, body parts, spoilers, body kits, rims. But I mean, this is a simple mobile game after all, so I don't think they really had the budget for that to go that further into the customization part and truly make your car your own. But yeah, that's basically just kind of it there when it comes to the gameplay and stuff. It's fairly simple. And as for the soundtrack itself, it's quite literally just one song that's looped over and over and over again. And I do actually really like this song. It's very nostalgic for me, because I played the game a lot back in the day. Back when my family, me and my mother and I were in Jamaica and stuff, I would actually play this game while I was bored and stuff, and we were at my relative's house. Yeah, those are some really good times there back in Jamaica when I was really young. But nowadays, the song itself is still fairly nostalgic to me, but I still would have liked if they had different songs throughout the game instead of just one song that's constantly looped all the time. It can be fairly annoying a little bit at times because they're kind of lazy with the soundtrack in general. Just have some more variety with your music. But in the end, I would still say that this game is still worth checking out, and I would highly recommend that you play this game per se because it's still available on the App Store and Google Play Store. So, yeah, this game has truly stood the test of time since its release back in 2011, which is not something you can say for at least in most old mobile games. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this first Forlorn Classics episode of 2024, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.